Hello everyone, Ceri the Crafter here, that's C-E-R-I the Crafter, and I'm here with a subscriber request. Okay, a little while ago I did my updated studio tour. I do a studio tour of my creative space once a year, and I did it in July, and a few of you have asked, Ceri, can we see your box of ephemera a little closer? So what I've done is I pulled the box out, which I think you're referring to, which is this one. This is finished ephemera, not so much the one that is basically bases that are blank and need work on. So I said, okay, I will do kind of a flip through of it, show you what's in the entire box. If I can find them, I'll try and link the related videos to each of the things in the box, but it may not happen, guys. There's a lot of things in this box, but we'll see. We'll see what I can do. So hopefully this will help the subscribers out who wanted to see, maybe as a bit of an inspiration or as a reminder of previous videos that you may not have seen. So these are paperclip pockets that I've made. I did do a video on these. I know I did. I decorated these fully on the video. I love doing these. They're just a really cute way of using a 12 by 12 up or scraps up. And all I've done is I've made them in a paper clip, and I've made a bit of a dangle for them. I didn't make the dangles in the video, however. At some point, I do have it now on my list to make dangle videos for you because I haven't done it, but there's plenty of people out there. I know Tracy Fox has done dangle videos. I have done one in the past, but it's a bit out of date. Why are you stuck together? So this is just a show and tell of the ones that I've done. I love doing decorative paper clips. So those are the paper clips. What is this? Oh, this wasn't mine actually. This was a freebie a welcome gift at the retreat I did. Someone made this. I popped it in there to remind me to have a look at how this was made actually. So I'm not going to open it up because it's got a little note in it, and it's a little something to me personally. Well, there's another couple of these. As you can see, I tend to batch make. Now all of these, by the way, have got a little pocket on them. So hopefully I have them the right way around. Yes, I did. There's a little pocket there that has got a journaling tag in there. Right, what next is in here? Okay, time cards. All I've done with the time card is I've distressed it around the edges, I folded it up, put a bit of a cluster on the front, and that's just something that I'll put in the front of a journal to actually like a bit, well, my version of a library card holder, to be honest with you. And again, these are just little clusters that I've used my scraps on. There you go. So there's a little miniature journaling card in there, but it would just be something, maybe this book belongs goes in there. I'm unsure about what you would use it to compared to what I do. Well, there's just a little bit of a pocket just made out of torn book page. These, I like making these. These are quite easy to do as well. These are from a 12 by 12, and they're just somewhere to tuck little messages or little bits of ephemera, and they fold up. Again, using clusters to decorate them up or little pieces is a perfect way to go with these. A couple of corner tucks. In fact, I know there's a few more corner tucks in here. So what I've done is I just made a master board, and then I cut the master board into, I want to say that's about 4-inch squares, and then cut them into diagonals, and these would go on the corner of a page, just using up scraps. And what I've done is these aren't what I would call fully decorated, because what I would do is I will put that onto a journaling page, and then I would put something on there that ties into the theme of the journal itself. So there you go, that's those in there. I do hope this is interesting enough for you guys. Right, what are these? Oh, these are just little folios that I make to actually just pop stuff in. And I sometimes use these for Happy Mail. Sometimes if I send a journal out, I'll put extra ephemera in these things. They're really easy to make. I'm sure I've got a video of these. Certain I've got a video. As I said, I will try and put as many things in the videos that I can find. But I mean, if you haven't seen something in the description box, just have a look through. There are so many. Oh, those look a little invisible that way around. A couple of little tags there made from scraps. There's so many videos. There's over probably close to 700 maybe videos. There's always something. If you're looking for ephemera type stuff, I would say look in Ceri the Crafter or how to make journals for beginners is another one I tend to pop stuff into. So what's this? It's another couple of side pockets, just made out of glue book pages that I've glued stuff on, and then a little bit of ephemera on. This would go on a page as a tuck. It could go on as a very long strip on a journal tag. It's just stuff. I'm just using up book pages on those. Right, where are we up to? These again are just little pockets, and all it is a piece of 12 by 12 folded, punched and glued on two edges, and as you can see they make great little pockets. So I could attach that to a page. I could attach it on three sides. It could become a pocket that way, a pocket that way. I could attach it just on those two sides and be a tuck this way. You can stick quite a bit of stuff into these pockets, guys, and they're just simple. They're just literally a 12 by 12 with rounded corners. Okay, here's one that has got ephemera in it, so it's just a little card that was actually just cutaways from whatever paper pack that was, but that would look lovely in a journal, just a little something. Okay, I put coffee dyed paper on the back of this, so this one would be clipped in possibly with one of these. That would hold it on the page, because you can write on the back and then it's all lovely and ready to go. So again, these are just 12 by 12 pages. Maybe look at my 12 by 12 makes as well, how to use up spare 12 by 12s, because that's probably in there. Okay, these I did, I was inspired to do these by Gail Augustinelli, and I can't remember what they're called. This was two variants on them. So they've got tuck pockets, they've got stuff in here, so you could put it on. You could put it on three sides, you could put it on top and bottom and use it as a belly band that way. This one I didn't stick down the side, I just put paper in the middle, so even it has the illusion of this. This one actually is somewhere you can write secretly on the inside. You could, if you wished, not put that there and glue this, so this was on the front half of the pocket, a page, and that's on the back, but you will lose this pocket if you do that. Okay? So that's another bit of those. I have dividers in here. They're literally just bits of card that I've cut up. What is the next section? Next section looks like it's envelopes. So little envelopes just made. I think this was, yes, this was a Rachel Bella Craft kit, and these were actually journal tags, and I just made them into envelopes. So get in there, will you? So as you can see, that's the tag top. I folded the bottom up and made an envelope out of it. Other little envelopes, these are from the same kit. Love this one. Just miniature little coin envelopes. This is another one. Again, as you can see, it was a long tag, so I folded the bottom up and stuck it, folded the top over, put a little butterfly in here just as a bit of a closure. And it was just a way of using up the spare tags that came in the kit. This was a very popular video, and I know I've definitely got a video on this, how to make these quick and easy pockets for envelopes for journals. I tend not to fold over the top. I tend to stick them down so you can stuck things in the back and the front. Someone else actually did them before me, and I didn't realise. I have put her name into the description box on this video, so I certainly can't take credit for this. Or maybe we both had the same idea in roughly the same time, but I've definitely credited the woman who released her video before mine. As I said, I didn't remember seeing them, but you never know. Sometimes we watch so many things that it subliminally goes into the back of your mind. Okay, these were envelopes from a Rachel and Bella digital kit. Again, I made them up because I did a collaboration using one of their digital kits. So what I tend to do is, if I have digital kits that have got things like this in them, I will spend a while and I will actually cut them out and make them into the ephemera, because otherwise they just end up as sheets of paper in a folder and I never get around to using them. Again, there's an envelope that was in the kit, and all I did is I just decorated it up with different things. This was a sticker. This again was another envelope. Oh no, it wasn't. This wasn't from the kit. I think he was from the... No, that's actually a Tim Holtz. Okay, this is just another envelope. It's like one of those that seal themselves. Again, more envelopes from the kit by Rachel and Bella Craft. And these were some bigger envelopes. And what I did is I... what's the word? I collage the inside of the envelope because I like my envelopes to have something on the inside. It also gives them a bit more heft, a bit more weight, so I can use these. They're relatively thick, so it means I can tuck them in. They're the sort of thing I would clip into a journal, not necessarily glue into a journal. Right, on to the next one. Where are we up to? Right, this looks like journal cards to me. Yeah, I would class these. These are things that basically go into pockets. So I did some little slide mounts, and all this is this is actually packaging tape over the top of a butterfly, and then I've put the front on sewn around it. I don't think there's a video on these. I'm almost certain there isn't a video on this. I was playing around with an idea, and that's how they came to be. Again, just little tiny journal cards here, just using up scraps or book pages or spares of stuff. I like doing that. Well, there's more of these here. That reminds me, I should really do a video of these. I'm sure I don't have a video out of these. Oh, a couple of little bits of ephemera from 1954. Oh, these were little booklets I made when I was making a gift bag into a journal cover, and I just made a couple of booklets out of that. This is just washi tape as a masterboard, and I've cut them up, rounded the corner, and those become journal cards. This is that inky technique for making inky backgrounds. I'm sure there's a video of these. I'll try and hunt the video down. And I've just basically dressed them up, ready for their next lease of life, should we say. Little clusters on them, little elements. I thought it was two there for a second. Again, there's another one of those masterboards that was made out of washi, and I just stuck a butterfly on it. It's just something that can go into pocket. As I said, I would leave something like this until I had the journal to put it in, and then maybe I'd put a button cluster on there, or maybe I'd take an element from the journal itself to go on there. Just stuff. So I tend to leave things not unfinished, but nearly finished, so I can decorate them up before I actually use them. Right, again, some larger journal cards. I need to make some more of these, actually. I enjoy making these. These are almost postcard size. Oh, there you go. That is postcard size. And it's just different elements. A lot of this is just scraps and die cuts and stuff like this, book pages and fussy cuts. But I just like layers. I love layers. Now, to me, these are finished. It's not as if these need more on them. I mean, where would you stick anything else on there? But these are just ready. I think this one's ready for a fall journal. That could probably go in a fall journal as well, couldn't it? And then there's just, you know, when you sometimes get these bigger bits in ephemera kits, I just back them with some coffee dyed something or other. And then that's a journal card in itself. I'd probably round the corners, but I haven't done that yet. Some larger journal cards. I like them for belly bands. And if you've got top loading pockets, I like a larger journal card. And again, they're just things. These weren't in a video. This was me just. I'm sure these weren't in a video. I'm almost certainly weren't. More postcards. I like using postcards. They're a good size, and you can buy postcards on the internet in bulk. And I will often buy the white ones, and I'll buy the craft coloured ones as well, because they're a really nice colour for a vintage looking journal. Again, these are just pieces of ephemera from a kit that I've just backed. I want to say this might even be Tim Holtz. That looks like a Tim Holtz. A couple of bingo cards done exactly the same thing. I could embellish those as I'm about to use them, but I haven't. Oh, and here are my countdown cards. My countdown cards when I do top 10 things. These are just cards I actually made. Some people have requested I show how to do those. There might be a future video on those. There isn't a video currently, but there may be one in the future if I do those again. That's another divider. Let's see. It looks like we're into tags. We are into tags. Right. Well, that's just a bit of book page with a dangle on it, doesn't it? So basically, something ready to go. A lot of these tags that look like this, that are really arty and painty, I wouldn't decorate them up further because they are a feature element on their own, and I would just tuck these into the appropriate journal. In fact, that was colour combo for July 2023, I believe. Those were the colours I used. So these are just wonderful tags that I literally, I mean, they're all ready to be written on, but I wouldn't decorate those further because the tag itself is a piece of art. Okay, a tag made out of a scrap, obviously. I've stamped onto it. That's probably just me with a paintbrush doing a bit of an ombre, bit of a sentiment on it. Again, some arty stuff. Oh, there's a fish one. I was looking for a fish one the other day. So I just tend to like, this is probably rice paper. And these are just little things to tuck into other things. Bigger tags. I like doing bigger tags because if I have to fill a page by putting, if I've got a pocket, I can put one big tag in, or I can put 3 or 4 smaller things. It's faster for me to put big stuff in. And I like the big stuff because there's more writing space. Okay, this isn't mine. Without opening this, is this Kirsten or Kristen? Can't remember who this was from. This was Happy Mail. I don't know whether I can see on the back of something. I don't want to go opening it because then I'll have to struggle and find it. But this is in there because at some point when I get round to working on my personal journal, this will then go into my personal journal. Now, is this from Evie? That's from Michelle. Right, that's more Happy Mail stuff. I keep it in here because it is ephemera, but it's ephemera for me to use for me. Right, next divider. Oh, I love doing these. These are what I call lunch sack pockets. So basically I just buy the brown paper bags. I put a large tag in. I put a couple of smaller tags or bits of ephemera in. I folded them up. I love doing these. I love these. I use these a lot. I use them a lot for me, to be honest, because in my journal I like to have bigger spaces to write in. So these are just a few. Have I done a video on these? There might be a video on these. There may well be a video on these, but these are the sort of thing that when I'm a bit bored or I really don't know what I want to do, sometimes I will just start this off. Maybe I'll pull out 10 of these bags and I will just do backgrounds on the front of them and then put them into the needs more work pile. And then I'll just keep adding and adding and then building as I go along. Sometimes like that's an artist trading card of mine. So maybe it's an artist trading card that goes in there. Maybe it's a small tag. There's usually a big tag in there. So anyway, that's those. And then I've got one bag at the back, and it seems weird to have a bag at the back, but this is all of the ephemera that I made with the Tracy Fox collaboration called Creep on June. And it was Halloween in June. And what I did is I put all of these together because it's my intent to make a Halloween journal this year. And I know that I don't need to go hunting through all of the ephemera is here. I need to decide how I'm going to do the signature, whether I'm going to use a digital, whether I'm going to make my own digital, whether I'm going to use an existing digital. I need to talk to Tracy and see whether she's actually got a digital that would actually go with these already, because it would be nice to to stay within the same artist when it came to this, because there's so much ephemera in this. That's a belly band, and that's an example of the larger journaling cards I do, and this is the belly band that would go on the page, and then this journal card would go behind it, and there's a corner toe. So I think that's everything in that little box. Now, it doesn't seem a lot in that box when you compare it to what you see probably people like Gail Augustinelli has. A huge amount of ephemera, both made and in waiting and starting and partly done. But I don't do journals for sale. I don't do a lot of journals that I give away. I make journals when I need to, or I'm giving them as gifts, or I'm giving them as freebies or things like that. So I tend to have a stockpile of ephemera, but not a massive stockpile of ephemera, because I like to make the ephemera when I'm doing the journal so that I know what it is. Now, I do have a box behind me over there that is a big box. It's probably 3 times this size, and it's all full of like bases So I've collaged onto masterboards and cut them into journal cards, or I've made inky backgrounds, or I've just done collage pieces, or I've just got book pages on them and I've cut them up into the right shapes. So it means that, say I wanted to do this, I would pick up a tag that's got an inky background, and then I go in and do the stamping, I do the collage and do that. So the boring bits, as I call it, which is making the bases, are all done, and there's quite a lot of those already done, and then I come in and decorate afterwards. So for the subscribers who actually wanted to see through this collection, hope that was what you were looking for, and thank you for the request. I will always do requests if I'm able to do them. Okay, so until the next time, guys, guess what? That's right, I'm Ceri the Crafter. That's Ceri the Crafter, and I'll see you around. Bye bye now.